The Happy Tree and the Flowers by M.E. The tree and the flowers are the bestest of friends. Taylor the Tulip and Tim the Tree were born on the same day, March 1st. For a long time they looked alike. They both had a stem, leaves, and they sprouted from the ground. Taylor the Tulip and Tim the Tree grew up playing together. They got along very well. They were the best of friends. By the beginning of summer, Taylor noticed that Tim the Tree was growing taller than her. Taylor the Tulip did not mind because she was still able to play with Tim the Tree. One summer afternoon, Taylor the Tulip heard Tim the Tree talking and laughing with someone. She looked up and noticed that he was towering over her. Taylor the Tulip asked Tim the Tree to share with her what was so funny. Tim the Tree could not hear her. Taylor the Tulip shouted as loud as she could, but Tim the Tree could not hear her. He had grown too tall. She began to cry. She thought to herself, "Why are you so tall? Is this the end of our friendship?" Tim the Tree felt wetness on his tree base. He looked down and saw that Taylor the Tulip was crying. Tim the Tree called for Taylor the Tulip, but she could not hear him. Her tears were drowning out his voice. The tree base of Tim the Tree began softening from her tears. He also began to feel very sad. He hated to see his friend unhappy. As night fell over the area, the two lifelong friends cried themselves to sleep. When the sun rose, Taylor the Tulip opened her eyes. She noticed tiny sprouts were growing around her and Tim the Tree. As Tim the Tree began to wake up, he could feel a tingling at the base of his tree base. For days, Taylor the Tulip watched the tiny plants grow. Tim the Tree spent his days feeling the tingles and laughing with his tree friends. Taylor the Tulip's fear was true. The two friends had grown apart. She felt alone. Yet as she had thought, she heard chatter around her. It was the voice of tiny tulips and trees. Taylor the Tulip's eyes widened with joy. Like Tim the Tree, she had new friends to talk to. Tim the Tree could hear laughter at his tree base and was delighted to see that Taylor the Tulip was no longer alone.